CBS FM 101.1. Such a great movie. Now from Greece, that's John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John with me, Joe Causey. Well, this 4th of July weekend.
Greece, right. Grease. There was the 1950s outsiders, I think they called them. In Germano and Tedesco, they call them Ausländer. In London and Ireland, actually I think it was Ireland, you had the sheriff that was the Bailey, and then you had the, wicked outsider, criminals. That was what Theophriel was, being Anthony the Beck-Loser. I tried explaining this to your all-area asshole, angry William of the past. I'm like, you don't get this. I said, I come from elsewhere. There is one William, one Elizabeth, one Charlie in this very serious future problem. So when I say Outlander, and I tell you that one of the Outlander problems is a Bailey relative, not the ones that you love and think are so wonderful, not for what the Bailey references in Sheriff of Nottingham. What I'm speaking of is the ugly part Turkish man that I don't want to, and has an Ellis Island Statue of Liberty salute to the New York that I'm going to be fucking buried in by all of your anger for everything you've ever heard in the wrong order, in snuffed out. I mean, they started snuffing out the immortal travel system when we were coming to help and meet face to face to communicate. They said that they wanted it. Then we were being held hostage. Then they started attacking me when I started coming. And then they locked me at home base territory and wouldn't allow me to come to this. And then it was on reserve for very few moments that were absolutely needed in treaty by all of the area assholes that had some form of money and say so. Due to, too many names, too many countries. I don't give a shit what flat map, little postage stamp you wake up and what the people look like. I really don't. In creation from planetary elsewhere, God looked favorably along the entire Eden and said, oh, these people, they have a beautiful flavor. You know what? They're by the sand, so I know we have trouble with the animals and the paddock and the birthing of the cow, the whatever. So I think it's best if we promote maybe a hydro source, although deserts, right, we're gonna have to give them something for food growth of a different kind of vegetable that's more conducive to that area. That would be my North Moroccan area, right? Those Muslims, and then we gave them a special name. Oh my God. Your flavor gets the name Muslim because you don't eat meat at all. But it was a special name we put on the land for your people. Just like what they call themselves when they woke up, Jews, but they're not. It's the Hebrews. They were Hebrew tribes. Believe it or not, you all went all your different ways and then got special area names. They're like cat calls. Have you ever heard of a cat call? CATCALL? It's like my bonding moment with you when I actually meet you. You're like, do you know what my people call me? And I'm like, no. I'm like, please tell me. Because I like to see the map, and I like to see what you kept. What I don't like is to see you move and then become flagrant in multiple fragrance. And then it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now it's a competition of who smells worse. I swear to God, that's what America feels like. It's like, oh my God, they eat cats and dogs in Korea. Why would you invite them to my village? I live in Bayside. I'm God. I don't like cats and dogs being, marketed on the street as food. That's not normal in Jewland. I'm a Jew. I'm a Hebrew. Whatever. I'm one of the original. I'm the one who gave you the fucking names. If I were to call myself Santa Claus, that's who I am. That's the way my world works. And you're living in my world. So, the thing is that I like everybody as an individual with their individual culture and flavor. I call it flavor. You don't usually get loud and flagrant until you start to learn how to move and then think somebody is speaking about you ill. That usually happens when you meet the other white meat, the chickens. I come from like a leg of a chicken, but like really I'm a rooster, right? We usually say that. I'm like, see my husband, right? That would be Niklaus, Mark, yeah, Christopher, whichever. The really tall one that I'm always with, kind of looks like me from Out of This World, right? The owners of everything, right? Him. We'll call him Rooster. We are in charge of the hen house and the chickens, the other white meat that control everything, and at the moment have caused major disturbances throughout all the natural force of this time and your children's children. So now we're trying to fix that because they really messed stuff up. So we need to find out before everybody becomes gypsy moths or birds of a feather that should not be flocking together because you're not the same kind of birds. And my birds are clipped wings and they stay. If you stay in your homeland, we like you, we'll keep you, and we'll take care of you. You are nice pets if that's where you stay and we like you. P-E-T. I'm an E.T., you're a person, it's a pet. Got it? That's where the word came from a pharaoh. I'm in Farrah Fawcett motion, but where everybody else put the hose on and decided they were more important and going to get flagrant and angry at God explaining where their people came from, where the words came from, where the slang came from, and where you all got it twisted in teleportation to like this version of I really fucking could have done without any of you. I haven't liked a single thing I've met. Except Niklaus. So he's the one, he works really well, just naturally. It's amazing. Just the one thing you're made for in the universe of immortality. I will take him every day of the week, every day of the month, every day of whatever word you're going to say for forevermore. I don't need change. I don't need this. I don't need Tia Frio. I didn't need Romer. I definitely didn't need this fucking headache. Having to fucking explain it to all area idiocy and lunacy and now ludicrous. So we bypassed Lou, knowing he was going to be an American idiot problem. All area America, all area Europe, Western Europe, and Russia, and parts of Sphincter London that no longer wanted to be associated with the word sphincter. And I said I wouldn't as long as I wake up and I get my exact way and my exact life that I want. Which is Niklaus, from birth to wherever we walk off into the sunset. However that works. So, here we are in, Rooster. We're in charge of the hen house and all the stupid fucking hens that cause all a big stir, by inviting the fox over into their hen house and then teaching them that they taste good. And then the fox was like, oh, now I know where they live. Oh, I'm going to keep coming back over. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm just going to, I'll chew. Oh, you don't like when I chew on your leg. Yeah, well, I'm a fox, and you're just a little fucking flappy chicken. Chicken little. You get how this works. And then I got the pigs over in Wilbur territory of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not just the one in Sphincter, London. I got the one over in fucking pork fried rice. In white on rice only, but they're not even Uncle Ben's like flavor of rice. No, they're facially whatever. So see how this goes? Like, how do I have a conversation, but then make sure, but your words are not allowed to travel. We've told you that as extraterrestrials, so I don't know why you would boost the telecommunications industry. You get one extraterrestrial with one set of names for your territory and your flavor. Nobody moves from the placemat that they were born when it's properly you either kill all the kids that decided that America was their homelands that don't belong, that we told you about up ahead, or you fucking throw them back over to wherever they belong. I don't really give a shit. It's usually easier to kill them before they become a bigger problem when they go home. So I'm just saying, because then they stir up all sorts of wrong things and ideas. So here we are in, nobody invited them to a chicken party of all white meat in America and elsewhere. They were watching as, like, they were the ones who were snuffing me out because they wanted the most dangerous, where they thought they were succeeding. Yeah, see, the thing is, you little white chicken pieces of shit, Nicholas and I just wanted to be together. I really didn't give a shit about, like, your Russians, your Polish, whatever placemat, like, you find flavor-wise awesome. Great. We wanted to keep you all by yourself. We'd be like the one traveling unit. That's how it works anyway. But somebody invited a fox to a chicken party that nobody wanted to believe, and then the fox went away and told the pig, and then the pig decided the pig and the fox were going to, like, really fuck with all of the chickens. And then it became a real problem because they're like, well, which chicken was it that fucking fed the fox who then tipped off the pigs? And I'm like, funny thing about that, she's in London. It's all her people trying to protect their seat and their investment in the Mayflower. Oh, you didn't know? The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. I don't know how you thought Mayflower was one of the fucking 3 voyagers to the discovery of the new land. Elizabeth, in your floating sphincter of you don't have a fucking leg to stand on between you and Turkey. And don't say Turkey's another white meat. No, they're not. In fact, Muslims don't eat meat. So, and then I know they spun off, if it's halal and we kill it just right. Yeah, again, it's your flavor of whatever you belong in, but let's not mix flagrants, because then everybody gets angry. What do I want to say? Right, so it was the Nina, N-I-N-A. That's salt water for Nicole. It is. N-I is always Nicole and Niklaus. And then N-A is always salt water. And then we've got the Nina, the Pinta, P-I-N-T-A. Oh my God, pin the tail on the shithead? Yes, they're in London. Great. And then we've got the Santa Maria. Yes, I am Santa Maria, right? I had a grandmother who was born in Ireland as Mariah. It's Marie, really, if you're going to speak Italian, right? She was born Protestant, but only because Elizabeth's family forced her to be Church of England. Whatever. But now here's the other thing. How can England claim to be a United Kingdom when the Holy Roman Empire is only Catholic? They do work with the Jews and the Italian Jews. But the thing is that they protest when they did their reformation, R-E-F-O-R-M-A-T-I-O-N, and they broke away from the Holy Catholics. I'm just confused. Where did they think that we were going to be able to mend this easily, since a Catholic has the Holy Kingdom of God, being the cat from Immortal Everything, and then London has a cartographer map that is advertising to everything English and the rest of the world that it's United Kingdom. With who, Elizabeth? Because your piece of shit Church of England? You and your Protestants. Protestants. Depends on how you inflect the words. But when you write it, it's P-R-O, test, T-E-S-T, ants, A-N-T-S. So Elizabeth likes to test out theories and what a nebula on unbeknownst people and to hurt the kingdom of God, which is the Catholics in Rome. So everybody's fucking clear. So why is anybody paying attention to the woman who needed to reform an anti-God status and call herself a kingdom with no king, no crown, and nobody's ever going to fucking believe her when it's explained properly?